A local charity is working to help more babies with heart defects to get life-saving diagnosis before birth. Tiny HeartsCan Foundation offers free training to ultrasound techs to help catch the condition during routine pregnancy ultrasounds. Amy Porter is the executive director, and she joins us in the studio. Amy, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, a very important cause. Tell us first off a little bit about Tiny HeartsCan Foundation. What is that all about?
We are the only charity in Canada working to help more babies with heart defects get their life-saving diagnosis before birth. So it's a really important cause, as heart defects are actually the most common type of birth defect, affecting 1 in 100 births.
How long has the charity been around?
We are in our 4th operational year.
Okay, so you have a personal connection here. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when I was 28 weeks pregnant, a very diligent ultrasound tech discovered that the main arteries in my son's heart grew in the wrong orientation. And without that diagnosis, he wouldn't be here today. His first surgical intervention was at 2.5 hours old. He had open heart surgery at 7 days old, and now he's just a regular run-of-the-mill, chaotic 5-year-old who started kindergarten this year.
It must have been nerve-wracking to go through this ordeal. Take us through that, and what do you hope to achieve by preventing this for other people? Yeah,
so it was a lot of learning that I had to seek out on my own. I'm a person who processes by doing a lot of research. And when I found out that it's the most common type of birth defect, that it typically happens for no reason at all in low-risk pregnancies, and that half of these kids aren't getting a diagnosis until after they're born, I kind of thought about this alternate reality where we didn't have that immediate help, and it did not sit right for me. So if we can't prevent heart defects from happening, we may as well make sure that everybody knows about it ahead of time so that they can have the best chance of success.
Okay, so you brought a little show and tell here. Tell us, it smells like coffee now here in the studio. Tell us a little bit about what's here and how this works into the fundraising.
Absolutely. So this was actually started by a friend of mine 4 years ago. She said, I love coffee. Would anybody be interested in an advent calendar? And I'd love to donate it to charity. And at that time, we had just started Tiny HeartsCan. And I said, hey, let's partner up and make this happen. She has since given it entirely to us. So we have 24 and 12-day calendars featuring locally roasted coffee beans from the Edmonton area.
Okay.
So we had 6 amazing vendors from across Edmonton donate the entire cost of their beans. So Ace, Candid, 8 Acres, Liberta, High Horse, and Rogue Wave all donated the entire cost of their beans. Many others reduced the cost of their beans, and then by purchasing one of these calendars, 100% of the proceeds go to us so that we can continue to do what we do.
100% of the proceeds?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
We're a 100% volunteer-run organization, so it's a lot of work, but it's for a good cause.
And considering it's coffee, let's hope that it sells out. Are there a limited number of parcels available?
Yeah, we have only 25% of our stock left.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
if you want one, now is the time to buy it up. Because they aren't going to last much longer.
Okay, that is amazing to hear that it's already 75% sold out. So it shows that the community is really, supporting the cause. One thing that really stuck out to me as I was reading the lead, offering free training to ultrasound techs. So most people might think, why isn't this already just offered, as part of their education?
So it is a regular part of their training, and when they study at school, that's what they do. But when you think about, this is the size of a heart at the 20-week exam. So it's really difficult.
If you want to show to that camera right there.
It's really difficult to get a good image on an organ that is so tiny that's not staying still and rotating inside of another human being. Plus, with the advancements of technology, what we could diagnose in the 80s is vastly different from what we can diagnose now with different machines. So think of it kind of like CPR training, where if you're not doing it regularly, you kind of miss up on some of those skills. So with our world-renowned doctors, we have Dr. Lisa Hornberger and Dr. Luke Eckersley on our team. We have amazing people in Calgary who are continuing training, and we just go in and we do our best to kind of brush up on these skills and give them some new research and new techniques that we've learned along the way. That
is amazing. So continuous training is always important. Take us through the last 4 years, just the difference you've made to people in the community.
It's, I'm the kind of person who has a hard time celebrating milestones and successes, but we've gone from our first year funding an online course or an online symposium where we had over 1,000 people register from across the world to now going into various ultrasound clinics across Alberta, in Grand Prairie, Canmore, Edmonton, Calgary, and we're trying to get out and train as many people. And I think we've trained at least 150 people in the last 2 years on a very teeny tiny budget with our volunteers.
That is amazing. Well, it's great to see, Amy, you turn, a very concerning situation into, a very important movement, if you will. Thanks again for coming in. Thanks for, the work that you do. And let's hope we can solve the rest of the coffee grounds here.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And for more information, there are 2 calendars available, 12 or 24 day. And don't forget, there's limited supply now. So you can rush to purchase, or you can just make a donation. Head to tinyheartscan.org.